My doe brothers, my doe sisters, welcome, greetings to the Jetson fleet. I'm Jerry the Tree Wiz. We got 19 balance changes to cards. We have more balance changes than that. I'm feeling like a loon. It's time to go through these balance changes. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button. You know we love you, so let's just get right into it. All right, so if you take a look here, we've got balance changes to almost everything that we have asked for. We'll see what you think is missing. Leave it in the comments, but I know a few things that are going to be there. I'll tell you at the end here. B-Mine reduced to 3,000 from 4,000. That's just a good change. It does too much damage. It's too strong. That's going to fix it. Yetling's freeze duration decreased to 3 seconds. I just called for this. I absolutely love it because I kind of suggested it. I don't think they listened to me. I'm just saying this is what I wanted. Merry Christmas, Tree Wiz. All right. Cheer Squad. Initial range reduced down to 6. So basically what's happening here with the Cheer Squad is they're being reduced. Their range is getting massively reduced. It looks like they're still going to be doing the same amount of damage. Their max range is reduced and their range extension speed is still reduced. So it seems like they didn't want to kill that B-Mine strategy. I liked Luxtor's suggestion about maybe having Cheer Squad buff attack speed so that it wouldn't buff things like mines. But I do think the mine, if it was balanced, it could be interesting. So I see that they nerfed the mine and the Cheer Squad's range. So that's going to be interesting to see how that affects things. Now, here's what I'm excited about. Because this didn't totally kill the bunker, which I've been saying I can't stand. Bunker and Dan, I can't stand. But it's really Dan, not always on towers. I just get annoyed with that because you guys know I love my Command Dad spell cycle. Spoiler alert, Command Dad coming up, y'all. Been asking for it. So I'm excited. I'm going to show you guys some in-game stuff here in a little bit. We'll take a look at some of the cards. But for now, let's just keep rolling through these because these are extremely exciting balance changes. The bunker health is reduced to 1,400, all right? And its cost is now reduced to 5. The huge takeaway from that is, for me, is that Drill is going to be able to take out the bunker, which it could not even come close to doing before when it was a fully upgraded bunker. My Drill just couldn't cut it. And now that interests me because I'm playing I call it Drillbot deck because it's Killbot and Drill. It's essentially spell cycle where I just use Killbot to give me some space. But now there's going to be a lot of Drill bait, which is interesting. It's going to make a lot of other cards viable. I like when there's a lot of bait aspects to a game like this. We're going to get to more of that soon with the Igloo, but let's take a look here at the Sheriff Justice. Cooldown is increased to 14, so they're nerfing him by 2 seconds. I still don't think that's going to stop him from being the beast that he is, and I like that. Sheriff Justice is necessary in the game to stop certain playstyles. We just don't want him to be too strong where he does other things as well. Simple one here with Troop Trap health reduced down to 80. That's a big reduction, but you really only need to hit Troop Trap once to open it. You need to be very sneaky and smart if you're going to play Troop Trap, and there are some phenomenal Troop Trap players out there. Napalm is getting the love that I think it needs. It's getting its initial damage increased to 900 up from 300, and then its tick is going to be 25, so cutting that in half, and the duration remains unchanged. This enables it to still keep you from capping the dough barrel, still keep you on fire for a long time, but it's going to have enough damage to take out those squishies that things like Mad Scientist and other cards. So we'll test some of that in game. We'll see that as well. But let's see here. This is going to be a bigger change than I think many people are looking at or predicting, or you might not have thought about this yet. But the mischief duration is increased from a whole second. Now, there's another big reason why I think this is going to be all over the place. Is the missile turret cost has been increased up to 6. It was originally 6. Now it's back to 6. Point being is, missile turret is one of the hard counters to mischief. I've always thought that mischief, or here's been my suggestion, was that mischief should do some damage even when they reveal it with invisibility. That way you always get a little bit of value for it, and it's not just completely rock, paper, scissored out of there by missile turret or by the Dachapa, because sometimes it just feels like gambling when I bring in mischief. I'm going to get a lot of value or I'm going to get nothing. But hey, this is Control Your Chaos, so that's a great way to avoid anytime something's unbalanced. You just say it's chaos, baby. All right, missile turret, it's gone up. Its damage is, its radius is back up to what it was before. So that's going to give you a reason to go back there and get it. And look at its health. Its health is increased to 2,400, up from 900. So even though it's going to be double the dough cost, it's going to be a little tanky now. And it doesn't seem like I think a drill may be able to take that out. We will test it. We'll see if an evenly leveled drill goes down, is able to take down the missile turret. Now we've got more drill bait here. Igloo health is being reduced to 1400 and the igloo cost is reduced to 4. I think this is a great idea. I've wanted to do this for a while. I think 4 is what I always assumed it would cost, and it cost 5. So I think this is going to make these buildings be a lot more about the utility of them and less about camping inside of them. That's a massive change. Flying Killer Clown getting some love. I actually am going to predict that this is going to be the love he needs. It may not seem like that much, but he's been low-key decent for a while. So I think giving him this little bit of health buff while he's able to be a sort of air tank. No changes to T'Challa, so we've got a few air changes, but Flying Killer Clown and Airstrike, the two main air defenses, got some changes there. That's nice. Nightfall receives a 2-second nerf. I don't think that will affect everything. I actually, a lot of times when I play Nightfall, I just like it to last for a little while anyways, just to give me time to change up the battlefield. Sir, your bomb. Time to explode reduced to 2 seconds. I've tested a lot of these things within these balance changes, but I haven't tested if that also means, sir, your dynamite goes up to 4 seconds. Is still at 4 seconds. Leave it in the comments if you've already tested that. Thank you guys for all your comments. And I know I'm just scrolling through these, looking at them right now and not showing gameplay, but I'm just so excited about these. I really just want to talk about them real quick. Mad Scientist chill range has been increased. And there's actually a reason that's important, because there's a card down here that got a big buff. Anytime you change something's dough cost, it is a huge, huge change. And piranhas are now reduced to 3. They are going to be everywhere. This is also a buff, incognito buff to Greevil. This is a reason why I think they may have increased the Mad Scientist's chill range up to 4. That way she's able to capture those piranhas in the back and chill them as well. Because bunch of piranhas at 3, we're going to see that a lot. That's a little bit of a meta shift. And we're seeing Mr. Poof damage increase to 250. Up from 200. He's already been a little low-key decent if people know how to play him. A lot of people really do in their high trophy range. So we're seeing Swarmies getting a bit of a boof here. Swarmies get a boof. All right. And a bunch of piranhas. Oh, yeah, we said that, Jerry. Airstrike damage. I think they mean missile turret, because I did test this in game. Not missile turret. Durr. All right, there we go. We're even. I think they mean cheese missiles. Magic missiles for the uninformed. So the magic missiles are going to be increased by 100. I looked at this. I actually did just test these in game because, you know, I love my spell cycle. I loved doing cheese missiles because it's cheesy and corny and just hard to do. Or it didn't used to be hard to do. Now it's hard to do. But it still really doesn't feel like enough to ever use the cheese missiles on the tower. So what is a big change about this, though, is it is enough to take out things like Mr. Boom with just 2 missiles. There's a lot of things you're going to be able to take out with 2 missiles. I don't think an evenly leveled Peggy Sue is going to get taken down with 5. I think she'll be left with just a little bit of health. So you'll want to look into, you want to do a little bit of play testing with that. But I still think cheese missiles, not airstrike, could use a little bit more love than this, or something different. I think it needs just a little bit of a change that I am not able to think of yet, because they are annoying when they're too good. Maybe a little bit of a rework. They seem to be great at their reworks. Invisibility getting some love. I like to see that. A little bit of a range increase. That might mean that it's able to capture things more like piranhas and Mr. Poof. You could have a big invisible cluster. Rage Tower. All right, here's our final thing. In closing, we've got the Rage Tower effect going up 1 second. That is big for me in my play style, because I like to go Rage with the mini. If the drill bot doesn't work, that's my backup. And look at this. I've been asking for it. Well, it also makes sense because it needed it. So Command Dad skin. Cozy effect now triggers when the commander is above 90% health. That's a lot more often. It is very useful. I've been playing it already. I've got a level 4 Command Dad. It's great. I mean, the ability's at level 4, so he's even higher than that. It's great. The Fearless Leader skin is getting a little bit of love. That's a big change right there. I think that's going to be great. Dr. Acula getting some love. That's a already very strong skin, so that's an interesting one to see. But that's my second strongest skin upgraded, so I'm loving these changes. Into the Fray is getting some love as well, it looks like, right? Yeah, it's getting some love. This is the one I didn't really take time to test yet. And the Commander will now fall asleep in 7 seconds. That's a huge buff to the onesie. That's a 30% increase to the time you'll be able to get asleep faster. Looks like we got some really decent bugs fixed, but I'm just excited. I've got so many ideas and plans for what we're gonna do here with World War Doe and where we're going. I'm loving drill right now. People have been able to bait out my drill in all kinds of different ways. I really do love, I love where I'm at right now. I've got some good cards. I put a little bit in the other day and I got some big rewards for it. So I got my mini at 12. And what I love about that is having the 10 more seconds of rage. That's a buff to the mini mander, y'all. We have 10 more seconds of rage to the mini mander. And you know what else that is a buff to? If you didn't think about it, that is a buff to every inventor skin, because the inventor skin, healing and buffs on the commander are increased by 20%. I'm pretty sure that means the rage tower. If you're a dev and you know that it doesn't, please let me know. Does that 20% buff include the rage tower? Because if so, that's huge. I feel like it does. So now we've got an extra second on that as well. So some big buffs, some big changes. I'm surprised. I'm actually not surprised. I feel like what I'm going to hear most in the comments is, where's the Killbot nerf? I think Killbot just needs to be touched up a little bit, because what makes him frustrating is his unpredictability. Whenever a card is unpredictable in this game, that's when it can be frustrating. Barbarics has been unpredictable before. Killbot still has some parts that are unpredictable. Sometimes he opens late and Chop Chop doesn't hit him. Sometimes he opens early and Chop Chop destroys him. Sometimes it seems like you shouldn't be getting hit on the sides. So maybe we just need a bug fix on Killbot, or not a bug fix, just a tightening. You know, maybe his range could be decreased on the sides a little bit. But I like Killbot, and talented players are very able to deal with Killbot, or experienced. He seems like a bear to deal with it first, but we'll see something to Killbot. This is what I wanted more than anything. I wanted balance changes. I love balance changes. They keep these games alive and fresh. And these do feel like they're headed in the way of balance. So I know I was joking about them not calling them balance changes and saying they were more of like excitement or meta shifting changes. I'm not criticizing anything. I'm excited that we're seeing changes. I'm loving these changes. Can't wait to play. If there's anything you despise, let me know. Anything you love, let me know. You just want to say what's up, let me know. I read every comment. That's the best place to get a hold of me. And I love each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart to the top of my head. This Friday's live stream, I'm going to be going through, I've got all kinds of plans to go all through all different types of what this means in the balance changes. We'll do some more tests by then, have some things ready for you. But guys, I got to be honest, I'm really just excited to end this video and start playing some World War Doe. I'll do it again from the bottom of my heart to the top of my head 2 times. I love each and every one of you. Thanks for being here. Peace.